Not a nice day, but we're off to Blackpool, sunny Blackpool, to help out a friend set up a Hot Wheels track. I can't wait for this. It's what I was born to do, is create and craft. So I'm gonna love it. I'll show you some footage from when I get there, but I'm just about to go to the train station right now. Bring off these brackets and then join between the two brackets as well. So we'll go over each bracket and we'll build off it, put the track in, hopefully it'll work. And then further down, we're going to carry on round the other brackets. And then in this corner here, we're going to fill it with some boxes that we're making. We're going to try and put some sort of lip in here so it comes over, and obviously with the camera and everything from this angle, it should look quite good. So we've used 2 cans of expanding foam so far. We did box it to avoid fill. We put the first 2 on. I'm going to let them set a little bit and then go over it to make it a bit smoother. We are trying to keep it off the track and make it to some sort of overhangs by adding in these raised flaps. Hopefully when that's all done, it'll stick out a bit over the track. We work on some camera angles. We put a little platform in this corner as well, so if we smooth off the top of that, there is a box in there. We should be able to set a camera in that corner as well, which would be great. And then these are just setting before we finish off the mountain. I can't wait for this. It's going to be fantastic. So I think we're on can 4 of the expanding foam. It is setting now. We've got another can we're going to do, but the mountain's beginning to take shape. Let's see what it looks like when this is all set. Being a reseller, it is all systems go a lot of the time, so it is good to get back and have a day where I spend my time doing one of the hobbies, something I enjoy, which is crafting and creating. Now I've got the enjoyment out of this when I started doing terrain for Dungeons and Dragons. You can see that in all the early videos that I've done on YouTube when I was testing out things like that. But it was good to have a day with a big shout out to Matty MTB, who's setting this track up. He does stream on Whatnot as well. I will link everything in the description. I met him again through Discord as well. But we were there today to help set this raceway up. We are going to be doing in the new year some races, going from different raceways, from ours, the Rainbow Raceway, to what we think is going to be called Matty's Mountain. You can see us doing all the terrain there. We are starting with a colour to make it more vibrant and pop out when we put the dark wash over it, but you see as the video goes on how that develops over time. It will be a touch up afterwards, and after I go, I was there for about 6 to 8 hours, something like that, trying to get everything done. But you can see in the video it was pretty fast paced. We were getting everything moving, but the main inspiration for this came from another big shout out to Carney Phil, who does stream on Whatnot as well. Again, I'll link everything in the description for Carney, but he's got a raceway and he races loose Hot Wheels. It really did revive my love of Hot Wheels when I discovered this Hot Wheels community on Whatnot. So we are going to do some more stuff coming your way on the YouTube channel as well. Matty will be setting up his own channel again, and everything will come, so make sure you're subscribed and watch along for that. But you can see in this part of the video that we're just going over everything, trying to get in all the cracks. We will do a wash and everything, but it's basically a base coat. Now we started, as I say, with a colour on the bottom, so that when you put a dark wash over it, it will give you a different sort of mineral look to this feel of the foam. And as you can see there, you can see there's a few white gaps, which are lighter. A really thin wash should get in all of them crevices, and Matty was going to do that after I went. But after that, I did try flocking a little area, so the 2 little edges that stick out the platforms, you can see me gluing it there and then using a flocking device, which puts little like grass substance on. I was basically showing Matty how to do it, but when he comes to that part of it. And just as we were wrapping up, we went on to Whatnot and we streamed a little live show of both of us there, like a little co-host dual show it was. We showed the track and where it is up to, because there's been a lot of people who will after updates on it. It is naming different parts of the tracks after different people. We sent him the first 2 straights, which you can't see there. But as I got home, this is what I felt like doing. So after a day full of modelling, I've got a little model myself. This little wooden log house that I've had for a while. Now it's all in pieces. I haven't put it together or assembled it. It's all in the bags and everything. Instructions there. I'm going to have a go at doing it today for you. See if we can do it. I think it'll be a nice little structure if it is done. It's not in 1/64 scale, unfortunately, but I think on our track it will look good anyway. But it's about 30 centimeters long as the original baseboard. It does have a lip that goes round it. I'm just going to try and put it together, see if I can. But as I say, it's got a lip that goes around it, which will take it a little bit more. I think it'll end up about 31 centimetres. Finally at the base, it's got 2 little pieces that need to be glued on either end, and 2 pieces that need to go down the sides. I'm going to get them. I'll speed up some of the gluing process, but that's going to be the sort of base size of it. It's not to scale with regards to the doors and everything like that for a 1/64 scale. If you are just checking this part of the video, we have been doing a 1/64 scale Hot Wheels track, so that was what inspired this little build. But I'm going to attempt it anyway, so it's roughly running at about 31 centimetres, as I thought it would. Maybe 31.3 if you wanted to be exact. But I'm going to speed this process up, get into the build, and I hope you enjoy. Trotting along that to dry for a few minutes. We're going to put the feet on the bottom of it. So we need 4 little pegs. Now these little feet, probably around about 1.5 centimetres, something like that. So we're going to put 4 of these, 1 in each corner. And then flip it over. So that is going to form the base. So now we're going to start with the walls. So we have 2 flat half moon, I'd say, 27 centimetre dowels. That would have been 1. So we got these, they're going to form these sides. And then we do have to make sure we've got the right width. We'll overhang that lip as well. We should have another one then that grows across the back, just like that. Now you will need 14 pieces that size with little half moon cutouts, like this. Just half moon so you can fit the next one in, and these ones that you need 14 of are 18 centimetres long. And you also need 32 like this. They are 7 centimetres long, and they go here, here, here. This one should actually be roughly here, and another one here. I should still then be able to bridge these walls with pieces like this. Now you're going to need about 8 of these, and these are 27 centimetres long. They will sit across the 3, line them up. I will glue all of these in place, but as you can see, they're going to form the next part of the wall. So I'm going to get to gluing this, get it all together, and see what it looks like. A little bit of filling around, but managed to get it roughly where I want it. So I put the cross, the corner of the board is about there where the actual cross meets. I brought it down, I've tried to level the bottoms as best I can. The glue is still setting a little bit. We're going to build up the structure from here, repeating the process. So we need another 4 of the 7 centimetre dowels, and I'm going to glue all these and pop these in as well. So I've just been going down the little groove that I left in it, and the little half moon, and these will go on to each of these ones, like this. I have been pressing them together as well to do that, and then repeat on the other side. Last one. You need to just put that end back on, it come off, the glue hadn't quite set, the rest seems pretty solid. One of these, which was the 18 centimetre piece, that's going on the back like this. And then we're going to put 2 more of the 27 centimetre pieces with the 3 cutouts across either side, like this and this. So you can see we've got the wall 3 high, well 2.5 high, 2 at the back, and we'll repeat the process, but this time we're going to leave a space. Starting with the 18 centimetre at the back with the 2 cutouts. Do have to press them in a bit firm, but they're getting quite strong now. We need to raise it up with 4 more of the shorter 7 centimetre pieces. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and the last one there. Then we can put these long pieces in and leave a window in either side. So we're going to get on to doing that by putting a shorter piece here, which is this piece, which is 17 centimeters long. And you're going to need 10 of those, and they're going to sit here and one at the back here, which I will glue right now. That's going to be the start of some windows, but you're going to need some smaller pieces. I think you need 10 of those, and they are 5 centimeters long with a little cutout in, and they are going to go here at the front and one at the back. I'm going to put another piece at the back to complete that level before we repeat the process for the next level. We're going to repeat it 2 more times to make it about 4 high for the windows. So now we need 2 of the really long ones with the 3 cutouts in, which is 27 centimeters long. One of the cutouts is at 25 centimeters and one of them is at 13. One of them is just at 1. All 1 centimeter cutouts. So all of these are 1 centimeter. So I'm just going to glue these up and put these in over the tops of these and build it 2 high. Now this time we're going to use 3 of the 18 centimeter dowels that I've got cutouts at 1 centimeter and 16 centimeters, and they're all going to go across each of those to bridge it all together. So we're going to get to gluing those up. So now we're going to finish off the frame with 3 of these ones, which are the 18 centimeter with a cutout at 1 centimeter and at 16 centimeters. So they're going to go across the top like this. One at the front, one in the middle, and one at the back. So now we're going to do these windows with some half dowels that are 4 centimeters wide. They're going to go either side of the frame, here and there, and then a window in a second, which I'll do like this. One on the right, one on the left, window in the middle, and then repeat the same on the back like this. One on the left, one on the right, window in the middle. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap, so I don't know if anything's going to fill that. It does feel quite tight, but whether it is exactly tight I'm not too sure. But as you can see, it's pretty solid. There is still a small gap here which I may fill, but it is rustic. It is a log cabin in the woods, so I don't really mind. I think it looks quite authentic, but we'll let that dry. I'm going to get on with the roof bit. Well, before I do the roof, we get to do the doors. So we're going to put 2 of these brackets on either side, just half dowels, similar to the ones I put on the window, but these are going to form the frame. I've just seen that there is a little bit to fill this little gap, so there will be a little gap again. But we're just going to do these and also around the door, get them put on, and then we'll get on with the front bit of the porch and the roof as well. But it's starting to take shape. As I say, it is quite rustic, but I don't mind that. And the little door can go at the front. I think it'll look quite good when it's done. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's a little bit of a fantastic little structure. The door is going to go in there. So we've just done the same as we did for the rest. So the first bit of fill that I was hoping that there was this piece, which is just a flat piece. And I'm just going to glue the one side of it, see if it sticks. It is 5 centimeters long. It's going to go there, sticking down over the door. I'm going to do the same on the windows, either side. I'll move it back around again. I will need to probably go over it slightly and tighten up a few little things. But this is going to be one of the sides of the windows. I think it'll look quite good when it's done. There you go. That one, and I'll repeat the same on the other side. Now we're going to attempt this porch, and to do the porch apparently we need 4 of these little dowels, 1 in each corner. These are going to form the rails. They are roughly 2.5 centimeters, a little bit under 2.5 centimeters high or tall or long, if you want to say it. We're going to put 4 of them in, join them over, and then put a bar across the middle. We're going to see if this works without any measurement. And put 4 of them on, just placing them roughly at the minute, and you're going to get 2 longer ones, which I've got 5 centimeter ones. I'm just going to put a blob on the top of these, I think, and try and get it across. Quite good glue, this one did come with it. So they're going to go across, probably spread out a little bit. We'll see, it wasn't a bad guess to be fair. We're going to go on them ones, and then we're going to use 2 thinner dowels. Thinner ones, roughly just under 4 centimeters high or long. I'm going to put the blob of glue on either end. I'm going to try and make a little Z structure, would you call it, between the posts. Might take a little bit of playing around with to get them exactly how we want them, but it is a rustic log cabin. So there we go, that's the first one. Let's see if I can manage to do the same with the second one. 2 little fence posts at the front, as you can see, looking fairly good. And get on with the roof section. So now we're going to get onto this roof section. So for this we need 2 of these size pieces. So they are roughly from point to point 18 centimeters, and they're going to end up about 240 millimeters apart, so 24 centimeters apart. But what we're going to do first off is going to put some of the edging on either side to go up. We will put a piece of dowel through the middle, but you'll see as I construct it in fast time what happens. And this roof is very tricky, so it tries to do a support structure and it does keep moving, so I'm going to attempt to put the roof flat piece on and then build around it with a bit more strength. Otherwise I might not get the right thing, but I do know it's supposed to be 24 centimeters between the brackets, so we're going to put one of these boards on, see if we can get it roughly to line up and set, and then we'll fiddle around with the inside. Once it's done, I'll let that dry and do the other side as well, and then show you the inside. The roof section is a bit of a fiddly process, but it's a triangle piece, and it's got 2 brackets either side, and it's got this little fancy design made of a half piece and 2 smaller pieces, which are around 4 centimeters. It all goes together in the corner with a long piece of dowel, repeated on both sides. I'm just waiting for it to set before I do the roof bit on the top, which will be the tiling. I'm just putting some little gable ends on now, either side. 4 pieces, all the same, cut opposite, so they have form a little end, so you can see they've got like a point to them on the side, so they'll fit in like this. Just go on either end. Okay, so we do have 3 more pieces to put on, which are really long flat pieces. They are 30 centimeters, and they're going to go one either side, there and there, and then one across the top on the other side. We're going to get to gluing them now. So as you can see, I've left the roof to dry overnight, but we're going to see how it fits on. There's still some small little gaps in it, but they can be filled when we put the roof cladding on in a moment. We'll put some brackets across the top as well. I've got 2 flat pieces. I think it was originally meant to be 1 straight one, but I'm going to put 2 to a point. Maybe it's because of the way I've done it. But there is some short gaps. Hopefully that'll all be filled. We've also been letting the main structure, which looks fantastic now, has been drying overnight as well. So you can see everything's solid on it now, the porch and everything. That is some really good glue that's been used. And there's the roof on it now as well. They look fantastic. So we've got these sheets that come with it as well. Now you could just put that on straight away like that, we're going to try and create some sort of slating. We've cut some vinyl strips 4 centimeters by 3 centimeters. We're going to layer them over the top. There it is, all done. I probably could have put a 5th layer of tiles in the top. I had another sheet, but I think it looks quite good with 4. Maybe it is a bit more rustic than it was meant to be, but I kind of like it. I think it looks good on that landscape. Obviously, it's not going to go in the middle of my Hot Wheels track. It's not really the best place for it, and it's a shame it's not 1/64 scale, but I think you could alter the dimensions and make it a bit smaller. I do like the way when you leave the lid separate as well, so I can get inside, look at all that. I could probably put some furniture in and stuff. I will redesign and add it in somewhere, but I do really like it. It was enjoyable to make. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Would you like to do something similar yourself? I would love to live in a log cabin, and I'll see you in the next one.